Crimson Tide is sitting pretty right now. So you should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Kangaroo Black. Coming back once again. Talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. To celebrate concerning my Alabama. Let's all get up on our feet and yell, roll Tide, baby. Nobody beat my Alabama Crimson Tide. At that break song.
That's the way I say it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show on this Wednesday evening where we can talk some college football. I hope everybody, absolutely everybody enjoyed their day today. And if you had to work, I hope you didn't work too hard. I'm just saying, KB just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I got a couple of recruits, you know what I'm saying? But that's all good. No need to get excited about these recruits the way the college football is today. But, we'll give them a little attention today. I really don't talk about recruiting, but it's all good. But as I said, I hope everybody had a great day. It's been a chill day for KB. Didn't do nothing today but mow some grass, but that's okay. Got to get it done. Hope y'all watched Piano Man this morning. Hope y'all been watching all the shows this week. Piano Man putting out some good stuff. Just want to put that out there, along with a lot of other Bama content creators. Okay, so as I say, let's support each and every one of our Alabama football content creators. Because guess what? There's some great information that's being put out. That's all I know. That is all I know. So without further ado, we'll move on until the roll call and see who we got in the chat as we speak. Stephen Hicks, a member of the Kangaroo Click, the first one in the chat today. Yeah, I said it. My Alabama Crimson Tide is kicking everybody's. Let's get it. We're going to get. Hey, Stephen Hicks, you show right and say it with your chest. And if you ain't a member of the Kangaroo Click, make sure you go to that homepage and hit that membership button and follow the instructions so you can become a member of the Kangaroo Click. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time KB posts and goes live. That's what I'm talking about. Kimberly Harmon also in the building. Also a member of the Kangaroo Click. KB and Steven, everybody, roll damn Tide. You right. You right. Roll Tide. This offseason, I'm working my nerves. I'm so ready for August 30th and watching the Tide open a can of whoop ass on FSU. I am ready for that too, Stephen Hicks. I'm ready for that too. Who else we got? My man Eddie Blackburn, Gamecock Nation. A big supporter of the channel. Appreciate it, Eddie Blackburn. Eddie Blackburn also a member of the Kangaroo Click. KB had a heart test. Eddie Blackburn had a heart test ran today at 11 o'clock. And thank the Lord, everything is looking good. What you have, an EKG? Everything looking good. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Be thankful. Who else we got? Dennis Collier, Roll Tide, DSGB 84, another member of the Kangaroo Click, DSGB 84. Do you want me to send you just music or you want me to do an intro video? I don't know what you want. I know you asked for some music, but do you want me to do like an intro video for you? Just let me know. Mrs. Chico Walker, roll tide, Mrs. Chico Walker, all day, every day, all day, every day. Who else we got? Mrs. Chico Walker says she went to the doctor the other day. Let me see. Found a mass on my chest and I have to give her a mammogram. Hopefully you all right. Hopefully you all right. We're just gonna have to pray for you, and you know, hopefully it ain't nothing serious. Hopefully, you know. My daughter had the same issue, but she had what they call it, fibroids. I think that's what she called it. They called it. Yeah, she had fibroids. So she had a little surgery and it was all squared away. So yeah, everything was good. Who else we got? Let's see who else we got. But yeah, let's send some prayers up for Mrs. Chico Walker. We got some more. I know we got some more in here. I know it. Demetria Smith, what's going on? Roll Tide, roll. Roll Tide. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Who else we got? Dennis Colliers, LaQuasia Gordon is in the building. Roll Tide, LaQuasia Gordon. As I know I told y'all, go to LaQuasia Gordon channel and subscribe to her. Just type in her name. She got her own YouTube channel. Matter of fact, LaQuasia, I think you had 800 and something subscribers. So you only need like 100 and something more subscribers to get monetized. We're gonna try to get you there. At least on this channel. We're gonna try to get you there. We're gonna keep talking about it until you get them 100 and something subscribers. People can go over there and subscribe to LaQuasia Gordon. Home decor. I'm sure some of you guys, y'all got wives who love to decorate. Maybe y'all can get some ideas from LaQuasia Gordon. So head on over there, subscribe, so she can get monetized. 6-0 is in the building. Roll Tide 6-0. What it is. Linda P is in the building. I have arrived. KB, Roll Tide, everybody. For all you haters, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Clock it. Damn right, Linda P. Hey, the clock ticking for everybody else. That's all I know. The clock is ticking for everybody else. Anitra, another member of the Kangaroo Clique. Roll Tide. I forgot to mention, I believe that LaQuasia Gordon is also a member of the Kangaroo Clique. Yeah, man. How you doing, Anitra? Who else we got? Dr. Crystal is in the building. Another member of the Kangaroo Clique. Roll Tide, roll, Dr. Crystal. Somebody in the chat give me a Roll Tide. Somebody give me a Roll Tide. Van Edwards, Mr. Big. Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call me Mr. Big. You remember that song? You know me, I don't need no introduction and shit. LOL. What's up? Kangaroo Black. What up, chat? That's what I'm talking about. Van, you don't need no introduction. You don't need no introduction. But hey, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big. Young Citrus, what's up? We got a LSU Tiger in here, Bengal Tiger. What it is? Those Tigers, you're a future College World Series champion. You can believe that. Man, I don't want to hear nothing about no baseball. But hey, talk some football, and we can talk all day. All day. Matter of fact, when it comes to baseball, look like Alabama going to have to get them a new coach. Matter of fact, they need a new coach for baseball and softball. Sure do. Susan Thomas. Roll Tide, roll all day, every day. DJ Dog, another member of the Kangaroo Clique. Yes, sir. It's almost time. It won't be long. DJ Dog. Suplexes. What it is, brother? What's going on? Yeah, I used to be a drill. I used to be one back in my young days. How long was that? Oh, about what, 20, 25, about 17 years ago. Yeah, man. So, well, okay. Not 17, 20, 25. Yeah. When did I go on the trail? 2008? Nope, 2009. Yeah, almost. But it's all good. Who else? Who else we got? Hey, no problem, LaQuasia. We're gonna get you to that 1,000. If it's the last thing we do, we're gonna make sure LaQuasia Gordon get to 1,000 subscribers so she can go ahead and get monetized. Who else we got? DSGB 84 intro. Okay, you want an intro video? I got you. Appreciate the $9.99. After, well, we ain't got further to go. So you want an intro video? No problem. Appreciate the $9.99. And for the $9.99, we're gonna give you Felix the Dancing Fool in a minute. Be stoic always. Roll Tide roll, man. Appreciate it, Young Citrus. But let me give DSGB 84 Felix the Dancing Fool for the $9.99. Felix doing something strange for a piece of change. All right, Felix the Dancing Fool doing something strange for a piece of change for the $9.99 DSGB 84. Much appreciated, man. But let's go ahead and do I got anybody? No, that's it. Let's go ahead and get into the show. We're gonna start out by talking about four SEC teams who didn't make the playoff last season, who just may make the playoffs this season. I think that's a good place to start out. But anyway, we know my Alabama Crimson Tide didn't make the playoffs, so we're gonna start out to them, man. We're gonna start out with them. So Alabama finished the season ranked number 11 in the final college football rankings. But with the automatic spots going to Arizona and Clemson, the Crimson Tide were leapfrogged and kept out of the playoffs. A late season blowout at the hands of an underwhelming Oklahoma Sooners teams snuffed out Alabama's chances of playing in the playoffs and for a national championship in year one under Coach Kalen DeBoer. And 2024 was the first season with 4 losses and more since Nick Saban's first season when they went 7-6. Okay, first time since 2007. And Nick Saban, after that 2007 season, he won 10 games every single season until he retired. So I'm pretty sure what's going on, Tony B. Tony B also a member of the Kangaroo Click, Roll Tide, Tony B. And I think my Alabama Crimson Tide going to be in the playoffs this year. For as much talent as DeBoer was able to retain and as many holes as he was able to plug through the transfer portal, his roster was incomplete last year. Now, with another transfer portal cycle and loaded incoming freshman class, the Crimson Tide should find their way to the SEC championship game and the college football playoff behind first-year starting quarterback Ty Simpson and superstar sophomore Ryan Williams. We got a whole lot more than that. We got a whole lot more than Ty Simpson and Ryan Williams. Don't y'all forget Jam Miller. Don't y'all forget Isaiah Horton and Jeremy Bernard and Rico Scott and Jalen Hay. Don't y'all forget them guys. Come on, man. Cole Adams. Don't y'all forget them on the offensive side of the ball, man. Don't forget Josh Quavers. We got some studs, man. Don't forget Richard Young. Please don't forget him. And I'm just naming guys that was there last year, except for Isaiah Horton, who transferred in from Miami. Okay. Don't forget them guys, man. Don't forget Xavier Brown. Come on now. Don't forget Demonte Jackson and Deontay Lawson and Justin Jefferson and Tim Keenan and what's the other guy name? LT Overton. Don't forget them guys, man. Please don't, man. James Smith, Johnson Pierre, Quay Rashaw. Don't forget none of them guys, man. We got a whole lot more than Ty Simpson and Ryan Williams, okay? Plus, we got old Ryan Grubb on the sideline now. Okay, so I'm motivated coming into this season. Tony B, you know about motivation. Motivation is key. motivated going into this season. I'm confident in these guys going into this season. So I look at all them guys. They with the exception of Ty Simpson. Now, okay, he was a backup last year, but them guys performed at a high level last season, man. Come on, man. So I'm ecstatic for this season. I just can't wait for this season. So what I'm looking forward to is I just want to see how we come out against Florida State. How do we come out against Florida State? All right, so if we can play really good against Florida State and Wisconsin, then I'll be really confident. I think we'll win both of those games, but I want to see a disciplined football team. I know mistakes going to happen, but limit the mistakes. That's what I want to see. Limit the mistakes. Come on, Tony B. We don't know what Florida State going to be this season. I understand they had a really bad season last season, but I guarantee you, coming into last season, you wouldn't have said Florida State was a cupcake after they went 12-0. So they went 2-10 last year. They probably could turn that around and go 10-2. Come on now. Let's be fair with it. And I'm quite sure you don't know what Florida State got. I'm quite sure of it. You calling, yeah, Jeffrey Collins. I'm not Jeffrey Collins, but Tony B, you calling Florida State a cupcake when y'all opening up with Marshall. Don't you know, Tony B, Marshall didn't even have enough players to play a bowl game last season. They had to forfeit the bowl game. And that's what you open up with. How can you say Florida State is a cupcake when they a Power 14? When y'all ran from daggone UCLA. You can put it how you want it. You can say I'm talking rubbish, but the fact of the matter is UCLA was on your schedule. You seem to got them off again. So hey, you can call them what you want. But Tony B, appreciate you being a member of the Kangaroo Clique, man, and DJ Dog, also a member of the Kangaroo Clique. We got some dogs part of the Kangaroo Clique. That's what's up. They went 12-0 in a season that my dogs beat the hell out of them. Well, they had a better season than you. Y'all beat them. Y'all beat them. Hell, you won the national championship when Alabama beat y'all. You won an SEC championship when Alabama beat y'all. Does that make y'all a bad team? No. Come on, man. Stop the press. Tony B don't want to get no other team credit but his dogs. He always looking for other fans to get them dogs credit while he hate on everybody else. Come on, man. Stop it. Don't DJ Dog let y'all tell it. Every team y'all beat, y'all broke. Every team y'all beat, y'all say y'all broke them. Come on, man. Hell, when you beat Michigan, you say you broke them, but just 2 years later, they win a national championship. Come on now. You say you broke Ohio State, but just 2 years later, they win a national championship. Are you serious? Stop the daggone press. What's up, I-20 Dog? What's going on, brother? Got your colleagues in here talking crazy. LaToya Billingsley in the building. What's up, Lewis Hinton? What's going on, brother? How y'all doing? But yeah, I ain't finna entertain you dogs fans all damn night talking about your regular ass dogs. I'm talking about teams who didn't make the playoff last year, who could possibly make the playoff this year. I bring up Florida State, our first game, and here you dog fans coming. But anyway, I'm quite confident that Alabama will be in the playoff this year. All right. Come on back, man. Come on back, DJ Dog. J-Day, what's up, man? All right, up the next team, LSU Tigers. Anybody in the chat believe LSU will be in the playoff this year? Brian Kelly, Garrett Nussmeier. Y'all think they'll be in the playoff? They still got what's his name? Hal Perkins Jr. Think they'll be in the playoff? I just want to say no. Y'all will beat FSU back to the Stone Age. We're gonna do the same thing to y'all too, Tony B. So just for that, let that be known. The Brian Kelly era at LSU has been highlighted with remarkable individual talents, like Jaden Daniels, the 2023 Heisman Trophy. Did he win it? Yeah, Jaden Daniels won the Heisman, the 2023 Heisman Trophy. Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr. But they was all on the same team. But Brian Kelly done had some talent. But like I said, he had Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Jaden Daniels. But however, Brian Kelly has routinely gotten off the slow starts, and it has cost his program a chance at a greater postseason success. He ain't had no postseason success. Just Brian Kelly done lost every opening game since he been at LSU. As a matter of fact, LSU done lost every opening game since 2019. Since the 2019 season when they won the national championship. So for 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, they lost the season opener. All right, Kelly once again has a star quarterback on his hands as Garrett Nussmeier enters the 2025 season as a Heisman hopeful and potential #1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft. Not happening. As long as his defense takes a damn massive step forward after consecutive disastrous seasons, then the Tigers should find their way to the top of the conference and into the college football playoff. Now, if that defense can step it up, they'll be in the playoff. They will be in the playoff. If that defense can play, man, it was terrible last year. It was terrible. But if that defense can play, well, almost, oh my goodness, I don't even want to. I don't think 30% is enough. 30% better. I still don't think they'll be in the playoff. They'll have to play at least 50% better. That defense was terrible. If they can get that daggone defense on par, they can be in the playoff. The offense will be good enough. They'll be good enough to put points on the board. They can score. But can they stop anybody? Young Citrus, LSU fans say that's his worry. That's his worry. So if they can stop somebody, then they'll be all right. But I mean, if you can put up 35 to 40 points a game, but you can't stop nobody, then putting up all them points is null and void. Do I think LSU will be in the playoffs? No. And just like the past 2 years, it'll be on the defense. The defense will be the reason why. LSU got to win that game in Clemson. That's going to be the key for them. Kelly's 0-5 in openers. You're right. And it's going to be hard to win against Clemson. I think Clemson going to have a pretty good team this year. Pretty good team. We got somebody picking them to win or compete for a national championship, possibly win a national championship. As I said, Clemson winning the national championship, I have to see it to believe it, but I think they're going to have a squad now. Championship level, I don't know. J. Cole, what's going on, brother? Let's go, Roll Tide. God bless you. Jesus Christ be with you at all times. Coming from Bible study. Hopefully everyone having a blessed day. Jesus' name. That's what I'm talking about, brother. But if Brian Kelly can get that defense together, we'll be all right. H. Poe says, I feel like they could find a way to get to 10-2. If LSU is 10-2, they going to the playoffs. If LSU is 10-2, they definitely going to the playoff. DSGB, yeah, I watched it yesterday. Make sure you got some tissue with you. I didn't need it, but it's good and sad. What is that? You talking about this movie? I ain't watched it. I think you talking about maybe the Tyler Perry movie. I ain't watched it, but anyway. Lewis Hinton, what's going on, brother? But yeah, LSU, they go 10-2, they'll be in the playoff. But I doubt if they go 10-2 because I have no confidence. Yeah, Straw, Tyler Perry. I have no confidence in LSU's defense is going to be better. I don't. Not from what they showed me in the past 2 years. But if it does, and they find a way to get to 10-2, they'll be in the playoff. So that's LSU. The third team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Lenore Sellers, Shane Beamer. Beamer ball, baby. South Carolina is never going to assemble the depth of talent that Alabama or Georgia boast on a yearly basis. But Shane Beamer could overcome that with superstars on both sides of the ball. Quarterback Lenore Sellers was one of the best players in the country down the stretch last season, vaulting himself into the 2025 Heisman Trophy conversation. While defensive end Dylan Stewart is one of the most intriguing young pass rushers in college football. He is playing opposite All-American Kyle Kennard. Stewart finished with 6.5 sacks and 11 tackles for loss, but led the team in 48 quarterback pressures. The two most valuable positions on the football, in football are quarterback and pass rusher, and the combination of Sellers and Stewart means the Gamecocks have to be taken seriously as a college football playoff contender in 2025. South Carolina, I'm on the fence with them. I'm on the fence. They had a good season last year. But was that season a one-off? Was it would they go back to being what they usually are? Will South Carolina go back to that? They got some talent over there. Lenore Sellers, I think he's going to be better this year than he was last year. Hey, Eddie Blackburn, you got to have some faith in your team, man. Eddie Blackburn say we ain't making no playoff. We win 9 games one year. Lately, and all that this hype. Shoot, I followed them for 40 years. Say what, man? You followed them for 40 years and you win 9 games one year and you get all this. And the thing about it, Alabama won 9 games and they trash. And they trash. But you got to have faith in your team, man. Lenore Sellers, he stay healthy, he's going to be a damn good quarterback. And he'll be a Heisman Trophy candidate. So your defense, those two, your edge rushers, they the truth. Okay, they are the truth. But making it to the playoff, I just don't know. I think y'all got talent, but I don't think y'all have enough talent to be a playoff team. So I don't see South Carolina going to the playoff, nor LSU. It's hard to have faith in my team, KB. You got to have faith, man. You got to have faith. I am owning it as a Texas fan. We win the SEC and make the Natty game at least. I'm sorry, but you ain't winning you ain't winning no SEC. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Mr. Texas fan. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You better get by Georgia. You better don't let Georgia whoop your butt twice this year again. But I don't think that'll happen because I don't think both of y'all gonna be in the SEC championship. One of you may, but one of you won't. So, but we'll see. Just don't let Georgia beat you again, Mr. Texas fan. And no, I don't believe South Carolina be in the playoff. The fourth team and the last team, the Florida Gators. Anybody believe Florida can make it to the playoffs this year? Anybody? Don't nobody believe South Carolina going to make it? Don't nobody believe LSU going to make it? Anybody think them Gators going to go to the playoffs this year? Last shall be first. What it is, brother? What is it? 343 Ralph. What's up? Roll Tide. Latoya Billingsley. Roll Tide. Lynn Shaneyfelt. What's up? South Carolina's going to be tough. Be a tough out this year, but they lost 3 games. Clemson, Bama, LSU. And guess what? They almost pulled it off against Bama. So y'all, LaQuisha say, no way Florida makes it to the playoff. Mrs. Chico Walker say, hell no. Defense holding back. If Lagway stays healthy as possible, I agree with that. So Florida. Florida. In modern college football, rebuilds happen much faster than they used to. The transfer portal allows coaches to turn over their rosters in one offseason and hit the ground running as a contender by year 2, especially at a powerhouse like Florida. Billy Napier, however, took the old school approach, building through high school recruitment with a long-term vision for the program. And in 2025, the vision may come to fruition. Napier has continued to produce elite high school classes, headlined by the #1 quarterback in 2024, DJ Lagway. Lagway impressed in his limited action as a true freshman, but in his sophomore season, he has the talent to be the best quarterback in the country and carry Florida back into SEC contention. The Gators have a seemingly difficult schedule with matchups against LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Tennessee all on the slate. But that does provide Napier's group with a 3-loss buffer to remain in consideration from the College Football Playoff Committee. 3 games. Florida lose 3 games. Can they still get in the playoffs? Now, they got the strength of schedule. Now, as I said, LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Okay? Now, will all of those teams be what the experts think they can be? That's another question. Because coming into the last season, Florida had the most difficult schedule in college football. But by the end of the season, it wasn't that way, because some of those teams didn't pan out to be what they thought they was going to be. Texas A&M, LSU. So who knows? Do I think Florida will be in the playoff? No. No, I don't. I really don't. So it's, I mean, I like DJ Lagway. I think if DJ Lagway is healthy, they'll be a damn good team. But playoff level, I don't think so. That's just me. How do I think Marcel Reed from Texas A&M will do this year? I think he'll do all right. I only watched a couple of games of Texas A&M last year when Marcel Reed played. Marcel Reed looked damn good. Damn good. I mean, the guy is a read option master. He can run that RPO. I mean, and that was as a true freshman. So those are the 4 teams that didn't make it to the playoff last season. That could possibly make it this season. Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, and LSU, which I only believe out the 4, only one going to make it, and that's my Alabama Crimson Tide. What's going on, Nicole? How you doing? Nicole Covington, also a member of the Kangaroo Clique. Myron, also a member of the Kangaroo Clique. Brian Thomas, appreciate all 3 of y'all joining. Shout out to the Kangaroo Clique. What's up, H Post? What it is. But out of those 4, I just think my Alabama Crimson Tide will be in the playoffs, where I think they're going to be in the SEC championship and win it and be in the playoffs in Coach Kalen DeBoer's 2nd year. So that's just me. That is my opinion. You know, I don't understand the hype. He is no better than Ty. I know who you're talking about. I ain't has anyone watched Arch Manning videos? Do I need to, Josh Johnson? Do I need to watch Arch Manning videos? Why? I'll see him during the season. So, Arch Manning. I like my quarterback. So, Josh Johnson, ain't nothing special. Okay. You know, we got some former Alabama players who done jumped on the hype train, man. But I'm gonna get to that later. They done jumped on the hype train of Arch Manning and those Texas Longhorns. All right. Josh Johnson had more TDs than Lagway on 200 less snaps. DJ Lagway got hurt last season. You do know that, H-Post. DJ Lagway got hurt last season. So, it is what it is. All right, Alabama. Alabama had a commit to shut down his recruitment. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, he shut down his recruitment. I really can't pronounce this guy's name. Camhiron Johnson. One of Alabama priority recruits for the 2026 class. Despite his commitment on April the 12th, he opted to take a series of official visits to other schools. On Tuesday, though, Johnson announced that his recruitment was shut down. He made the announcement on X, formerly known as Twitter. And he posted on Twitter after a conversation with Coach Freddie Roach, my family, and my trainer, Coach L. I'm shutting my recruitment down. I'm home, T-Town. That's what I'm talking about. Johnson took an official visit to Ole Miss on May 30th, followed by one to Clemson. According to On3's Andrew Bone, Johnson took a visit to Alabama this weekend on June the 7th with two more visits to Auburn and Miami scheduled. But the time he spent in Tuscaloosa was enough for Johnson to lock things down with the Crimson Tide. According to 247 Sports, he is the number 33 edge rusher in the class of 2026 and the number 16 player in the state of Alabama. The Crimson Tide currently has 6 players committed in 2026 recruiting cycle, led by 5-star Atlanta area cornerback Jordan Edmonds. Johnson is the second edge rusher commit to the Tide, joining Gainesville, Georgia product Jamarian Matthews. So, he shut down his commitment after visiting Alabama. He's a hometown guy. That's what I like. I like the hometown guy. But guess what? We can't get excited about these commitments, man. The way college football is today, they can be here today and gone tomorrow. Could I be right? Yeah, I can be right. I know I'm right. We're seeing it all over college football. All over college football. So, I don't do the recruiting videos. If you want to watch some good Alabama recruiting videos, go to Way Offsides and Alabama football with Kyle Henderson. Those are 2 great channels to get recruitment videos from. Okay. So if I want to hear something about recruiting, that's where I go. Way Offsides and Kyle Henderson. And Nick Saban Jr., he was doing recruitment videos, but he's been busy lately. He got stuff going on, He making a football player. That's what Nick Saban Jr. doing. In the process of making a football player, and hopefully he in the process of making a player for our Alabama Crimson Tide. Hopefully. But anyway, to talk a little bit more about the 2026 recruitment and the guys that we have, who do we got? Like I said, Jordan Edmonds, Marietta, Georgia. Okay. He's a 4-star. So I think we got all 6 of them, 5 4-stars and 1 3-star. We got a 3-star out of Orange, California. Interior offensive lineman. But anyway, Jordan Edmonds, cornerback, 6'2", 175, Marietta, Georgia. 4-star. Zayn Gibson, 4-star from Gaston, Alabama. He's a cornerback also. Gaston City High School, and Josh Edmonds, Sprayberry High School. Jamarian Matthews, Gainesville High School from Gainesville, Georgia, edge rusher, 6'2", 250, 4-star. We got Samule Utu. He committed the other day also. He's a 3-star out of California. Orange Lutheran High School, Orange, California, interior offensive lineman. Chris Booker. He's interior offensive lineman, 6'4", 284. What's that? Hapville Charter High School, Atlanta, Georgia, 4-star. And the one I just told you about, Muscle Shoals High School out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, defensive lineman, 6'3", 265. So right now, Alabama's national ranking recruiting is 9th, according to On3. 4th in the SEC. So that's where we at right now. But I guarantee you, Alabama will have a top 5 recruiting class when it's all said and done. But what I want to know, 1, 2, let me see what we got. 1, 2, 3. How is it that my Alabama Crimson Tide is getting all these recruits out of the state of Georgia when they got a powerhouse program over there at Georgia? Can somebody tell me that? Can somebody tell me that? Georgia got a powerhouse over there. And don't say y'all ain't recruiting these guys. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear those lies. Come on now. Can somebody tell me? Yes, no, maybe. Can somebody tell me? Tony B, how is it that Kalen DeBoer going to your home state and get them recruits? So Georgia, Stacy Searles was recruiting Chris Booker out of Atlanta, Georgia. I just want to point this out now. Just want to point it out. What is the other guy? Jordan Edmonds. Okay. Yep. Recruiting him too. UGA. Tennessee, USC, Texas A&M. What other guy? Zion Gibson. He's out of the state of Alabama. Yep, Georgia offered him too. But I just don't understand it. But I'm just saying. The guy that just shut down his commitment. Did Georgia offer him? Let's see. Nope, you didn't offer him. So I ain't gonna act like you offered this guy when you didn't. But what I want to know, how is Coach Kalen DeBoer coming into Georgia, getting y'all players, some of the elite players? Huh? I'm sure you'd have had recruits from Alabama State to go Dogs. But when Nick Saban retired, wasn't you Georgia fans saying that he couldn't come to the South and recruit? Wasn't that that's what you Georgia fans were saying? Was it not? Was it not? And I'm quite sure you ain't had too many players out of the state of Alabama. I can guarantee you that. Not down there in Athens. You might get ones and twos, but my Alabama Crimson Tide come into the state of Georgia year after year after year, getting your best players. Some of the best players, I'll say that. KB, they don't want no degree in drunk driving and racing. I can understand that, Brian Thomas. Yes, sir. Hey, hey, come on, brother. You know we're going to toot our horn all the time. We're going to do it. Yeah, the ball get kicked off in September. It do. You shouldn't be looking forward to that. Not when it comes to Alabama. I'm just saying. You shouldn't look forward to that. So we come down there, get your recruits, and then whoop your ass with them. That's what Alabama do. But like I said, we can't get happy about these recruits, man. Because guess what? These recruits, man, they here today, gone tomorrow. Money talks. Money talks. And just because the settlement, settlement is done and over with, the NIL is still there. NIL is still there. So they just because they trying to put rules and regulations in, it ain't happened yet. July the 1st. Okay, and then guess what? When these NILs offer these guys money and this committee saying they can't get it, okay, here, fireworks is coming. Fireworks is coming. And that's fact. Bama has to recruit out of state. If only they recruited players from Alabama, they'd go 0-12. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, Sec Dog, I'm sure every program, every college football program recruits out of state. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? I hope you know that. Every program. You think Georgia just recruits Georgia? No, they don't. And here you say Alabama got to recruit out of state. Georgia do too. What is wrong with you, man? Yeah, y'all been recruiting out of state forever, and you still ain't got but 2 national championships in a span of 44 years. So, I mean, no matter what y'all recruit at, you're losing any damn way. So it don't matter. Yeah, they better check it. What is Peter Woods doing over there in Clemson? Wreaking havoc. Come on, man. This guy's crazy, man. Oh, here you go. DSGB. Say it again. Brock Bowers made y'all relevant, and he's from California. Brock Bowers. Probably will. I don't know. Brock Bowers. I know it's 2 positions, but would anybody put Brock Bowers over Herschel Walker? The impact that he made at Georgia, I would. Because that whole offense ran through Brock Bowers. The whole offense. They had this man at tight end, his primary position, wide receiver, running back, everything. So come on now. Guys losing their mind, man. Hell yeah, Brock Bowers was a bad man. And if it wasn't in 2021 for Brock Bowers and Jameson Williams going down, you wouldn't have that. If it weren't for Brock Bowers in 2022, you wouldn't have that. Brock Bowers really was your whole offense. Now, y'all had some great defenses, but Brock Bowers was the whole offense. Everything ran through Brock Bowers. Pickens stayed hurt. Pickens since A.J. Green, you ain't having had. Pickens ain't do a damn thing, really. Pickens played just enough to get drafted because he was injured all the time. He was brittle. That's what he was. Come on, man. He was brittle. So come on now. Ain't nobody hurt me. Hey, y'all go to this guy's channel, subscribe. Georgia Bulldog fans. If you ain't a Georgia Bulldog fan, go to his channel and subscribe. Chris Camp, Bama has to go on dynasties and promote new head coach candidates for other programs to give us competition. Honestly, that's true. That's true. Come on, man. How many head coaches done came out of Alabama? They got one down there at Athens. How many of them assistants from Alabama became head coaches? Come on now. Make it make sense. You forgot about Jermaine Burton in 2021 and Lab. Oh, now you want to give Jermaine Burton this credit because when Jermaine Burton came to Alabama, y'all say you didn't need him. He really wasn't the guy. Then y'all tell us that. But now you want to say I forgot about Jermaine Burton and Ladd McConkey. Come on, man. Are you serious? Brock Bowers was your offense. That's what everybody was keying on Brock Bowers. That's how Ladd McConkey did what he did. Come on, man. Hey, Adam East, you better believe it. All in on Alabama. All in. I am all in. But anyway, matter of fact, while we talking about Georgia, since y'all want to talk about Georgia, let's go to y'all. Let's go to y'all schedule. Let's go to y'all schedule right quick. I've been doing this for what? About 4 or 5 lives straight now. ClutchPoints. They do their little game-by-game predictions for the 2025 season. So today we're going to talk about Georgia. Okay? So here we go, Georgia fans. Y'all listen up. Stacey Go Dog, don't be a hater all your life. Yeah. Ladd McConkey is both of them doing good in the NFL. Brock Bowers is showing out in the NFL. Come on now. Brock Bowers is showing out. But anyway, let's get to this dog schedule, man. Stacey Go Dogs, make sure you listen. Make sure you listen. Game 1. We know you're going to beat Marshall. I ain't getting into that. But this article starts out, Marshall had to back out of their bowl game with Army last year after losing their head coach and many players hitting the transfer portal. The roster is completely different from the one that won the Sun Belt last year. The offense could feature 7 transfers starting, including all 3 receivers, the running back, and the quarterback. The defense didn't fare much better with 8 starters projected to be from the transfer portal. 7 starters from the portal on offense, 8 starters from the portal on defense. That's what Georgia opening up against. Oh, man. You ain't got but 22 players on the first team, you know what I'm saying? And 15 of them is transfers. That's what y'all starting out with Georgia. That's what y'all ran from UCLA to get. Come on now. Make it make sense. But anyway, y'all going to start out 0-1. Yeah, tell them again. They took UCLA off the schedule and put that on there. Yeah, he should be ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed. Okay, you start out 1-0 against Marshall. Okay, week 2. Guess who you got week 2? H. Post said, question for Bama fan, which is your toughest game? A case can be made for Georgia, South Carolina, and Auburn. I'm going with Auburn. That's just me. We got to go to Jordan Hare. But anyway, who you got in week 2, Georgia? Can a Georgia fan tell me who they got in week 2? Huh? Can a Georgia fan tell me who they got in week 2? What's up, Roll Tide and Rise Up? Also another member of the Kangaroo Clique in the building. What's going on, my brother? Okay, in week 2, after they beat up on Marshall, they got Austin Peay coming to Athens. We ain't even got to talk about that game. They'll be 2-0. Anyway, they got Georgia beating Marshall 42-7. Might even be worse. They got Georgia beating Austin Peay 57-3. Oh my goodness. 57-3. Yeah, they got Austin Peay, man. That's how they opened up the season with Marshall and Austin Peay. First 2 weeks. Week 3. Huh? You know what, Sec Dog? I'm aware. You know what? I'm glad, Sec Dog, that you are proud of that. You say y'all beat up on Florida State when they was undefeated. How many starters was in that game? Come on, I'll wait. SEC dog, SEC dog, whatever you want to be called. How many starters from that 2023 team that went 12-0, how many starters played against y'all? How many second team players played against y'all? Since you want to hold that high. You want to hold that high. One thing you forgot to mention, Alabama beat y'all when y'all beat that 12-0 Florida State team. I think Alabama beat y'all that year too. But anyway, well, come on, SEC dog. How many starters played in that game? How many second team players played in that game? Come on now. But you calling Florida State a cupcake, but won't call Marshall one. A team with 15 transfers starting. DJ Dog, if you don't shut up that damn lie. Yeah, 22 might have started in that game, but they won the starters that was playing the whole damn season. And you know that shit. All I know, you didn't get shit out the deal. I do know that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guess what, DJ Dog? Y'all didn't quit and we buried y'all. So hey, it happens. But anyway, y'all got Florida. I mean, y'all got Marshall, Austin Peay the first 2 seasons. Let's get through this shit. Week 3, you got Tennessee. The Bulldogs have their first major test of the season when they head to Tennessee. With this, a tough road start for the new quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. While this is a tough first start against with Gunnar Stockton, road start. He has played in the SEC title game and in the college football playoff game where he got stomped. Anyway, still Tennessee lost Nico to UCLA, but did bring former UCLA quarterback Joey Aguilar. Tennessee will also be breaking in new starters at many of the skill positions. They do have a strong defense, but they may not be enough to slow down Georgia in this one. The Bulldogs will be able to get Aguilar in the backfield and come away with the road win, 31-28, to be 3-0. So they got y'all beating Tennessee by 3 points. Okay. What y'all think about that? Beating Tennessee by only 3 points. So I'm quite sure some Georgia fans will not agree with that, but that's what Clutch Sports. Okay. So you're starting the season with 3-0. Then you go on a bye in week 4. Week 5, you got my Alabama Crimson Tide coming to town. We coming to town, baby. Ty Simpson, Coach Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grove. We coming to town. And this is what Clutch Sports said. Georgia gets an off week before hosting Alabama. Still, Alabama has won 10 of the last 11 games over Georgia. I thought it was 9 out the last 10, but 10 of the last 11 games over Georgia, including winning 41-34 last year. Georgia has not played at the home against Alabama since 2015, a game which Alabama won. Alabama does have a new starting quarterback. So does Georgia. But Ty Simpson did have a strong spring, plus he has game experience and looks to be the starter for Alabama this year. Further, Alabama brings back Ryan Williams. Williams brought in 6 catches for 177 yards the last time against Georgia. 6 catches for 177 yards? Oh, my goodness. Clutch Sports has Georgia losing to Alabama at home 24-21 to go 3-1. And I'm sure Georgia fans will disagree with that too. So, hey, bees that way. Kimberly Harmon say 50-9. Ooh, wee. Bama coming to Athens. Beat down time. It is. Mrs. Chico Walker says, get ready for your first loss in Athens in about 33 meetings. Bama scores 35 on UGA. Alabama scores 35. It's over for Georgia. I can tell you that right now. That's facts. But anyway, clutch points got them losing to Alabama. All right, week 6, Kentucky. They'll beat Kentucky. After back-to-back difficult SEC games, the Bulldogs host Kentucky in week 6 last year was close, 13-12. But Georgia has not lost to Kentucky since 2009. Kentucky brings in Zach Calzada from Incarnate Word. That's the school he coming from. Plus 2 new tackles from a lower level FBS schools. They also bring in Dante Dowdell from Nebraska to tote the rock. The defensive secondary has plenty of returning experience, but the front 7 is suspect. They brought in Marquise Grace from South Dakota State to help with the pass rush, but Georgia should still be able to move the ball well. Georgia wins 28-17 against Kentucky to go 4-1. That's in week 6. Week 7, they got Auburn. Say it ain't so. They got to go to Jordan Hare. The Bulldogs hit the road again in week 7. Auburn has brought in plenty of quality recruits and transfers heading into the 3rd year under Hugh Freeze. Jackson Arnold is a big one. He passed for nearly 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns while running for over 400 yards and 3 scores for Oklahoma last year. He has a great group of wide receivers, including Eric Singleton Jr. to throw to. The offensive line has improved as well as the addition of quality transfers. Still, Auburn doesn't have enough of a true pass rush, nor quality linebackers on the inside. Georgia wins 31-21 to go 5-1. Auburn beats UGA this year. Too many great receivers. I don't know about all that. Man, I don't even know who Mississippi State quarterback is. I don't even know. You say he was throwing all over? Man, all I know, they beat the brakes off Mississippi State. Y'all can't let Jackson Arnold humiliate you again, Bama. Hey, H-Post. I agree with that. Well, but H-Post, didn't you let Jalen Milroe humiliate y'all twice? I think you did. I think you did. ESPN got the Georgia hype going and put them in position. Be honest, they took advantage of the East for years. Well, that's true. Bama jump out there on Georgia like they did last year. They can kiss the baby coach. Katie is going to let up. Hey, if we get out like we did last year, it's going to be a blowout. It won't be no coming back. I can guarantee you that. It won't be no coming back. And that's fact. But anyway, so they beat Auburn. After Auburn, they got Ole Miss. Ole Miss placed itself in position to make the college football playoff last year after its 28-10 victory over Georgia. Beat the dog poop out of them by 18 damn points. Anyway, 28-10 victory over Georgia. Still, they will lose the next time out to end their hopes at the playoff. Ole Miss should take a step back this year. Jackson Dart is off to the NFL, and the offense as a whole is full of transfers and inexperienced players. Ole Miss was one of the best defensive units in all of college football, but Walter Nolan, Chris Paul, and Trey Amos are all gone. While the defense has more return to production, it may not be enough for another upset for the Dogs. Georgia 35, Ole Miss 24. Georgia 6-1 after week 8. Then you got Florida, week 10, neutral site, Jacksonville. Georgia has won 7 of the last 8 games against Florida and leads the all-time series as well. Last year, Florida led at the end of the first half off of solid play from DJ Lagway. Still, he was injured during the game, and Georgia would take over from there. Y'all heard it. He was injured in the game, and that's when Georgia took over. Lagway was injured again in the spring, but should be ready by this fall. Florida also has solid weapons in the backfield with Jaden Bowe. The defense is returning ample production. The Florida Gators should take a step forward this year. Georgia, according to ClutchPoints, loses to Florida 35-31 to go 6-2. I'm sure Georgia fans don't agree with that. They got ClutchPoints got Georgia losing to Florida. I forgot to change the banner. Damn sure do. Come on, Georgia fans, let me hear it. Let me hear you got what you got to say. Stacey Godall say won't happen. It won't happen. If DJ is healthy, I think Gators defense will be tough. Gators win. Okay. Adam E says Shedeur Manure. Well, Shedeur right now is the best quarterback on the Cleveland Browns roster. All you got to go do is go look at OTAs. Go look at it. This man, the best quarterback on the roster. I don't care how you feel about it. Adam East, he's the best quarterback on the Cleveland Browns roster by far. By far. So it is what it is. No matter how you feel about the guy, I mean, the guy is a quarterback. ESPN has Georgia not making the playoff. I know. I did a video on it. Mr. Big, man, it was Georgia has had 2 great years in the last 40. But they forgot who their daddy is and who's been keeping the lights on in the SEC all them years. It sure is. Alabama been keeping the lights on. Sure is. My Alabama Crimson Tide. Nobody else. Been carrying the whole SEC on their back. Everybody knows it. Ryan Spurgeon and KB Bama better not lose to that science school again this year. Vanderbilt will beat all again. You mean y'all again? I think they more of a medical school. But anyway, I tell you what, I don't think they will. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, it took them 40 years to beat us. So, but I don't think it'll happen. That's just me. Matter of fact, you say Vanderbilt will beat us again. Ryan, you willing to bet on that? I am. Where you at, Ryan? I want to offer you a wager. I don't give a damn about no Diego Pavia. Hell, we own the whole state of Georgia. So, I mean, come on now. We own y'all. Where you at, Ryan? You ain't saying you can't, your fingers ain't working no more? Oh, well, but anyway. All right, ClutchPoints got them losing to Florida. Next week, week 11, you got Mississippi State. You're going to beat Mississippi State. They got y'all beat Mississippi State 45-17. Week 12, Texas. Texas lost 3 times all last year. They would fall in the college football semifinals to eventual national champions, Ohio State. But the other 2 were both at the hands of Georgia. One includes Gunnar Stockton coming in for an injured Carson Beck in the SEC title game. Still, this Texas team has high expectations this year with Arch Manning at quarterback. The defense also has Anthony Hill Jr., who led the SEC in tackles for loss. Paired with a strong pass rush, Texas will be able to confuse Stockton and get the win. They got Georgia losing to Texas 28-24, going 7-3. They'll be 7-3 at that time. Georgia fans need to realize that in football, y'all will never be a blue blood on blue blood status, much less Bama blue blood level. You damn right. You damn right. Come on, man. Texas living off Manning name. Well, shit, hell, y'all was living off Brock Bowers. I mean, come on now. Y'all was living on Brock Bowers. So hold on. Texas can't beat Georgia. Stacey Go Dogs. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I be talking about when it comes to Georgia fans. How can you realize Texas can't beat Georgia, but you can't realize Georgia can't beat Alabama? How you can't realize that? How can't you realize that, Georgia fans? Texas can't beat Georgia. But you can't realize that Georgia can't beat Texas when they just said, yeah, Alabama won 10 out of the last 11. And look at this. Texas 4-3 all time against Georgia. So Stacey Go Dogs, explain yourself. Explain yourself. You know, Louis Big Dog, you can always leave. I mean, it is what it is. You say call it the Georgia Hater Show. Nope, I am not. I go through these schedules every freaking live. Come on now. Look at here. Look at here. Them two teams beat us one time. One time last year, but all of a sudden we can't beat them. That was Vanderbilt's first time in 40 years beating us, and it was Oklahoma's first time since 2012 beating us. Are you serious? I believe it was 2012. Come on now. Stop it, SEC dogs. Stop it. Stop it. First time in 40 years, and you say Alabama can't beat them. You fucking idiot, man. I done told you time and time again, insect dog, you too old to be that dumb. I just asked the question, man. That's all I asked the question. And I was talking to Stacey Go Dogs, and the question was, how can you realize that Texas can't beat Georgia, but you can't realize Georgia can't beat Bama? That's all I asked. Everybody talking except the person I asked. I didn't ask you, Sec Dog. Okay? I didn't ask you. You speak when spoken to. Okay? Tell it again, Brian Thomas. Let's keep it moving. Who they got next? So they lose to Texas. After Texas, oh man, they got Charlotte. Who that? Charlotte. Okay, after that, 8-3. 8-3. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. Last year, the game went into 8 overtime. Haynes King returned for Georgia at quarterback, and will have his partner in the backfield in Jamil Haynes. The Yellow Jackets did lose many of their wide receiver playmakers, but King should be able to work well with a new crew. Still, the defense has questions in both the secondary and on the defensive line, which will allow the Bulldogs to win this game. 28-24 to be in the season, 9-3. Now, if you look at it, they got you beating Georgia Tech by 4 points. They got you beating Georgia Tech by 4 points. Who else? They got you beating Tennessee by 3 points. So that's 2 more games that's going to be really close. Really close. Okay. So they got you at 9-3. Final Georgia football season prediction. This could be a down year for Georgia. They have plenty of moving parts with the new offensive lineman and almost an entirely new defense. Not only do they face Alabama and Texas, but they also have dates with Ole Miss and Florida in the SEC. Further, they have Tennessee on the road and Georgia Tech, who would love to avenge their 8 overtime loss this year. This team could surprise and contend for another SEC championship, but most likely it will be a 9-win season. And that's the same thing we had last year when y'all was laughing at us. Same thing when y'all was laughing at us. But hey, it's all good. It's all good, man. That's just a prediction. Ain't nothing to get riled up about. You know, everybody have their predictions in the off season, at the beginning of the season. Everybody have their expectations. It ain't nothing to get riled up about. Hell, guess what? ClutchPoints, this same website, had Alabama going 7-5. Do you actually believe Alabama will be a 7-5 team? Hell no, you won't. I know you don't believe that. I don't care what fan what team you a fan of. It's just a prediction, man. Nobody knows what these teams are going to be until the season actually starts. Come on, man. So yeah, man, just a prediction. That's all it is. So it is what it is, man. But Stacey, go Dogs, you ain't answer my question. That's what I want to know. You ain't answer my question. What's going on, Motivated, Dedicated? What it is, my brother? Ceiling floor. The ceiling for Georgia. I'm going to start with the floor. The floor for Georgia. The floor. With this schedule, the floor is 8-4. That's the floor. Motivated, Dedicated, you done lost your mind. The floor is 8-4. That's the floor. Because Georgia Tech is up and coming. DJ Lagway, if he stay healthy, I think Florida will be better. They play Florida. Alabama, you're gonna lose too. No doubt about that. We don't know what Tennessee gonna be. I know Nico ain't there no more. We don't know what they're gonna be. Texas. I'm not on the hype train with Texas, but I think that's going to be a good game. Hell, I think Auburn going to be a good game. I think Georgia got some tough games, but I got the floor at 8-4 and the ceiling 11-1. That's what I got. 8-4 the floor, the ceiling 11-1. Motivated, Dedicated, man. Come on, man. Okay, all right. I wish y'all would stop being so delusional. Come on, man. Stop being so delusional. Have mercy. Jesus, man. Y'all just say anything. But anyway, maybe Georgia fans will love this next little segment. Maybe y'all will love this. We're moving away from that. Former Alabama players high on Arch Manning in Texas. So, I felt so honored last night. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Bama Standard last night. I felt honored, you know. And the first thing I disagree with from them guys on Bama Standard, it ain't from the guys, but Smoke Dixon, Gerald Smoke Dixon, a former Alabama player. He said I think this is what he said. This is what I heard, that Clemson, he's picking Clemson to win a national championship. Clemson. And as I said, I got to see it to believe it. I think Clemson will be a good team. Better than they was last year. I think they lost 4 games last year, I believe. I think they'll be a playoff team, but winning the national championship, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Cade Klubnik is nothing special to me. Nothing. You know, he gave the spiel that, well, they play in the SEC, not the SEC, but the ACC. They in the ACC are easy. Well, guess what? When you hit them playoffs, you ain't just playing ACC. It's a lot of tough teams in the playoffs, not just the ACC. Okay? And then again, Clemson, they bringing back a lot of guys too, so maybe that's why he's high, on Clemson. So I know that defense is going to be pretty good. I know it. I know it. I think Clemson going to come out and they're going to beat the brakes off LSU in game 1. If LSU beat Clemson in game 1, that would be a surprise to me. That would be a surprise to me. Everyone is high on Clemson. They are projected to have 3 of the top 10 picks. So I don't care about all that. They got Cade Klubnik. What didn't they have Cade Klubnik as the number 1 or 2 quarterback coming into this season? Cade Klubnik is nothing special to me. So, like as I say, I got to see it to believe it. Him being a former Alabama player. And, I would think he would pick Alabama. Not just because he went there, but for what Alabama got coming back from last season. That's just me. I believe this is what I heard last night, that Clemson's wide receiver core is better than Alabama's. I believe that's what I heard. I believe. Now, don't y'all quote me on that, but I think he picked Clemson wide receiver core to be better than Alabama's. Now, I'm definitely disagreeing with that. Definitely. So, but I just don't agree with him on that. I just don't agree with him. Mr. Chico Walker say they own them gas station edibles. I don't know what he on. Clemson, great wide receivers, but quarterback just finds ways to let loose games. He have to prove me wrong. Do you think Clemson's wide receivers are better than Alabama's wide receivers? Lynn? Just asking. Just asking. Then again, they had Nussmeier as the number 1 pick. We shall see week 1. You sure will. Exactly, Lynn. I don't believe that either. And another one. So I felt honored. I posed the question to them on the show. Why is all the so-called experts so high on Arch Manning in Texas? I believe Marvin Constant said, well, I even asked that question. What's his last name? Talking about Arch Manning. What's his last name? I know his last name. His last name is Manning. I don't give a damn about that. I understand that Peyton and Eli is his daggone uncles, and Arch Manning Sr. is his granddaddy. But just because somebody is great at something, or somebody in your family is great at something, don't mean you're going to be as great as they was. Shit. Michael Jordan was possibly the greatest basketball player that ever lived, but his son ain't. His nephews ain't. Come on now. Joe Montana, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and in Notre Dame. I think he went to Notre Dame. I'm not sure. But his son ain't. Damn sure ain't. Come on now. They say it's in his genetics. No, it ain't. That ain't got nothing to do with genetics. Come on, man. You got to learn. And I'm sure they taught him. And then when Arch Manning, his success got a lot to do with the players that surrounded him. And I'll say it again. If that O-line ain't doing their job, Arch Manning ain't going to be able to do his job. Come on now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. I just don't understand it. So that's just I just don't agree with him. I don't. I know that Ty Simpson, I know Arch Manning. He threw for over 900 yards last year as a backup. I know that. But a lot of that was in garbage time. I know that too. Arch Manning going to have to prove himself, just like every other quarterback. Every other quarterback. I know Ty Simpson, he might be a step ahead of a lot of other quarterbacks just coming from the Manning family. I know that. But the pieces around him matter too. He can't do it on his own. Eli, Peyton, and Granddaddy Arch ain't on the field with him. It's a whole lot different from being a backup and being a starter for a full season. So, it's just hard for me. It's hard for me to, it's hard for me, man, to jump on the hype train with Texas or Arch Manning. And with Texas, 3 offensive starters coming back, 4 defensive starters coming back. So you're going to have 17 brand new starters between the offense and the defense. Come on now. Arch isn't a statue like Urs. He ain't. Arch, he'll run that damn ball. He ain't no statue. Arch can do 22 miles per hour with pads on. What? Somehow I don't believe that. Somehow I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. I just don't believe it. So, Van L would say he was high. He was high on Arch, then watched Arch and Texas killed his buzz. Come on, man. Leonard P say smoke a hot ass mess. Y'all know why they call him smoke, right? This man used to run 4.3. But I can't agree with Smoke on that one. And I love me some Alabama Crimson Tide, but I ain't agreeing with him and saying freaking Clemson to win a national championship. I ain't agreeing with him or Marvin when they say Arch Manning is going to be this and that just because he's a Manning. I don't care. Michael Jordan's son is a Jordan. Shit. Joe Montana's son is a Montana. I just ain't believing it. Dan Marino's son was a Marino. There's a lot of great athletes of the past that had kids, family members that just didn't have it. Now, Arch Manning might have it. I'm not saying he don't. He might be one of the best college football quarterbacks there is. He might be the best quarterback that ever, landed at Texas. But I got to see it. I got to see it before I jump on that damn train. Now, he proved me wrong. I'll be all in on Arch Manning. Texas proved me wrong. I'll be all in on Texas. But we going to see about this in game 1 when they play Ohio State. We going to see. We are going to see. Matter of fact, let me bring up Texas' schedule. I think they got a pretty easy schedule. I believe. I believe they got a pretty easy schedule. Texas, Ohio State, week 1, San Jose State, week 2, UTEP, week 3, Sam Houston, week 4. All right, then they go on their little SEC run. Florida, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vandy, Georgia, Arkansas, Texas A&M. Pretty manageable schedule, considering you got Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vandy back-to-back. Then you got a bye week. You play Georgia. Then you got Arkansas the next week. So I got a pretty manageable schedule. I think when they get to Florida, they'll be 4-1. They'll beat up on San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston, but they losing to Ohio State. And don't let them lose to Florida. Don't let them be 3-2. And I'm going to be right back on the Bama Standard asking the question. Are y'all still on the Arch Manning and Texas hype train? Marvin and Smoke. So I'll be right back on it. Ohio State going to have Texas running every which way. They probably will. They probably every which way. KB, the only thing that we're talking about is Manning and his family. He's supposed to be great based on that. Yeah, that's what basically. Yeah, they gave him the Heisman in the national championship last night based on the name. Did you see it, Edward Bishop? Did you see that? The 5-17 beat his Sunbelt team by 20. What? Sark 2-0 against Napier. Well, all I know, my coach 2-0 against Sark. Oh, you seen it. Okay, you seen it. Yeah, they gave him that based off his name. Based off his name. Oh, he's a Manning. You don't think Eli and Peyton taught him? Okay. Okay. I don't remember. I don't remember now one of them Manning guys winning a national championship. Neither one of them. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. They won Super Bowls, but they ain't win one. They ain't win no national championship in college. So, but anyway, I'm just not high on them. I gotta see it. Like my daddy used to say, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. He's going to be covered in red and black when they get to Athens. Crazy Stetson was a 2-star and won back-to-back national champion. Is there even a such thing as a 2-star? I just thought they started at 3, but hey, it is what it is, man. He was a walk-on and he did his thing and, put in the work and won a national championship. But, Sec Dog, at least you have some sense. Hello from Uncle Lou's channel. What's up? True facts. Yeah, it's true, man. True facts, man. But I'm glad they took my question. But I wasn't expecting that answer. They high on him just because of his name, the family he came from. But we'll see. Do they not remember? They got 4 brand new offensive line starters. Do they not know that they lost 2 of the best wide receivers? Do they not know that? Do they not know they replacing one of the tight ends and they replacing a running back? And Jeffrey Collins, why you talking about Aaron Murray? Aaron Murray said it right. If Arch Manning was so good, why couldn't he beat out a 7th round draft pick? That's what Aaron Murray said. My thing is, people was asking a question. People who ain't on the hype train. If he was so good, why didn't he beat out Quinn Ewers, a 7th-round draft pick? And you might say, well, Sark wanted to go with the proven quarterback. I talked about this today. Sark might want to go with the proven quarterback. Well, guess what? When you got a quarterback on your roster that's better than your current starter, what do? I would think you would replace the guy, especially if your guy is not playing up to par a lot of times, like Quinn Ewers was last year. And it's still, you didn't deviate and go to Arch Manning. And when people say, well, he went with the proven quarterback. Well, I'll say this. Jalen Hurts was a proven quarterback, right? 26-2. Took Alabama to 2 straight national championship games. Did he not? Back-to-back SEC championships and won them. A better man was on the sideline and Nick Saban put him in, benching Jalen Hurts. After doing all that, 26-2, 2-time SEC champion, and took you to 2 straight national championships. Nick Saban benched him. He wasn't getting it done in the national championship. And then coming into the next season, even though this man was 26-2, 2 straight national championship appearances, 2 SEC championship wins, Nick Saban, what did Nick Saban do? Put him on the bench in favor of Tua, because Tua was just better. So if Arch Manning was better, why wasn't he in the game? Come on now. You say we didn't know that until mid-season. Made no sense to throw Arch in the heat of an SEC schedule, and we didn't know the truth until the Georgia game. You didn't know the truth until the Georgia game? You didn't know the truth until the Georgia game? Nick Saban didn't put a man in until after halftime of a national championship game. And you saying, why would you, it make no sense to throw Arch Manning in the heat of an SEC schedule? Thinking about getting thrown in the heat in a national championship game as a true freshman. Arch Manning, sophomore, or maybe he was a redshirt freshman, but it was his second season. It was his second season. You didn't know in the first season that Quinn Ewers won all that. You didn't know in a season and a half that Quinn Ewers wasn't the guy, or he wasn't that good. You didn't know. You didn't know. You done lost your damn mind. You done lost your mind. You didn't know. You didn't know until mid-season. But when Quinn Ewers wasn't getting it done in that SEC championship game, why you didn't put Arch Manning in? Tell me that. Tell me that. When he wasn't getting it done against Ohio State, why didn't you give Arch Manning a chance if he's that good? Oh, I don't want to hear you didn't know the truth. You might have didn't know, but them coaches knew. His teammates knew. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. His teammates knew. Come on, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I lost your damn mind. But hey, it is what it is, man. Everybody got an excuse. Everybody got an excuse. So, H post, if Quinn Ewers ain't the man, how long is it going to take to know the truth? How long is it going to take y'all to know the truth? If Quinn Ewers ain't the man, I mean, if Arch Manning ain't the guy, how long is it until you know the truth? Yeah, I know this is his third season. Last year was his second season, and they still wouldn't put him in. Sark refused to bench people. Yeah. But you got a whole lot of excuses, don't you? You got a whole lot of excuses. A bunch of them. A bunch of them. I don't know what's wrong with you, buddy. But anyway, that's the show, man. Let me go ahead and get out of here, man. And as always, is it because when they took Ewers out and put Arch Manning in the game, I'll leave that up there for a minute. Is it because when they took Ewers out and put Arch Manning in the game, he looked worse than Ewers? So they knew they had to put in Ewers. Go with Ewers. Because they did take Ewers out of the game and put Arch Manning in, took his ass out, and put Ewers back in. I guess that's when y'all learn the truth. Oh, man. Who kept missing field goals all year? Ain't nobody talking about no field goals. We talking about daggone quarterbacks. What are you talking about? Anyway. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with your boy KB, man. Y'all remember Friday night, me and Piano Man will be starting, we'll have the first episode of Keeping It a Buck. Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Old KB and Piano Man and KB, however you want to put it. Friday night, Keeping It a Buck. Hope y'all join. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Sleep tight. Get up. Do what you do tomorrow. And have a great day. And as I said, y'all go over to LaQuisha Gordon channel and subscribe. Piano Man was right. KB told me that was a great show. Enjoyed it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Lynn. But as I said, go over to LaQuisha Gordon channel and subscribe. She had 800 and something subscribers. She over 800. She only need 100 and something more subscribers so she can get monetized. So all you got to do is type in her name, LaQuisha Gordon. Okay? Go over there and subscribe. She do home decor. A lot of you guys in the chat, I'm sure that you got wives that like to decorate. Maybe you can get some ideas from LaQuisha Gordon, okay? So y'all go on over there and subscribe to her channel. All right, LaQuisha Gordon, Ephraim. L-A, let me go on back up. Maybe I can find her in the chat. One of her comments. Matter of fact, I'm sure I can. So you can get her name spelled right. All you got to do is type it in the search bar on YouTube, and it'll come up. Man, I gotta go way up here. Where's she at? Come on. She's a member of the Kangaroo Clique. So we're gonna help everybody we can out. All members of the Kangaroo Clique. If I can find her name. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm trying to get to it. Let's see. Man, this is a long way. Look for the green. Look for the green. Well, there we go. That's how you spell it. That's how you spell it. There you go. So if you want to go over there and subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to LaQuisha Gordon. Help her get to 1,000 subscribers so she can get monetized. And hey, go on over there and subscribe. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. But anyway, with that being said, I appreciate y'all joining in. And hopefully y'all join Friday when I'm live with Piano Man And yeah, we'll try to give y'all a good show. But I'm telling you, on that show, we're coming in hot. All right. But anyway, y'all be safe until Friday. Y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. And roll damn tide.
Don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss about nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide. Don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss about nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide, nothing but the tide. Big Bama, big pride, big legacy. Rama Jamma, yeah, they doubting, gotta let them see. You come to Brian Denny, you ain't ready, well, you better be. Roll Tide, Willie screaming at you, that's a guarantee. And he don't give a piss. Blitz, Bama, blitz. Pressure on your QB, bout to make him throw a beat. Hold up, that A is not Atlanta. That A for Alabama. And if you rep that Tide, gonna stand up. Yeah. Don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide. Don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, about nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide. Don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss, don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide, nothing but the Tide.